Hi, I'm Jody Betten, and I serve as the interim Southwest area minister for the Michigan Conference United Church of Christ. We serve a still speaking God, a God who, back in the day, spoke through Isaiah about creating new creations, about making new ways for God's people to be. And a little more recently, God spoke through the Apostle Paul and said, I am making all things new. You are new creations. Being new, living into new ways, suggests that we have to let go of old ways, that we have to let go of old things. That involves change, and I know for so many people, change is difficult. So as an interim minister, I've learned some tasks, some ideas, some ways of managing change that might be helpful that I'd like to share with you today. The first way to manage change is by taking a look at our history. As an individual or a church, we can look back at where we've been, why we're in the situation we're in today, and what has brought us thus far. Not so we can longingly go back, but so that, as the historian once said, those who don't know their history are destined to repeat it. And we don't want to repeat histories that have gotten us to places where we can't move forward, where we can't deal with change. The second task is to take a look at our identity. Who am I? What are my highest priorities and values? Where is my grounding? And re-exploring, clarifying who we are means that as we move forward, we don't lose our bearings, that we can move forward in new ways and still be grounded in God's love and God's grace, God's mercy, and the Spirit's peace. So taking a look at our history, clarifying our identity, and then thirdly, we can take a look at our leadership and structures. As individuals, that might be what are our priorities that determine what we do next or how we live our lives. The structures that support us as we try to create new habits and new ways of being for ourselves. As churches, we can also look at our leaders. And are they the same people because they've always been there, they're serving as leaders? Or do we find people who are uniquely gifted for this particular time and place in our churches? And do our structures serve us? Do they support us? If you're a pastor-sized church, do you have pastor-sized church structures? Or if you're a program-sized church, do you have program-sized church structures? So thirdly, taking a look at our leadership and structures are important tasks. And then fourth, we can take a look at the resources around us. As UCC congregations, we have the resources of a great denomination that we can draw on. We have association and conference staff. We have a website that's filled with materials and articles and resources that can serve us in many ways. I invite you to just take a look at the website if you haven't been there. As a local church, you might look to other churches in your community or nonprofits and see what they're doing and the resources they use. You might partner with someone in your particular setting in order to achieve the goals you'd like to. So taking a look at the resources that you have is an important fourth task. And then finally, move into a new vision. So once you've explored your history, clarified your identity, taken a look at your leadership and structures, explored the resources available to you to turn old ways into new ways, then you can move into the future with a new vision. We serve a still speaking God who is regularly bringing new revelations. We follow Jesus, who made a way where there was no way. And we are resourced by the Spirit, who emboldens us and gives us courage. This is our faith for thought today.